بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good morning, class. Today we are going to start new chapter. This is second chapter, and the name of the chapter is Lifestyles of Animals. When we talk about animals, definitely all around us there are a lot of animals which we are watching on daily life experiences. So, first of all, when we talk about the lifestyle, definitely we'll have to discuss the habitat. What do you mean by habitat? Habitat is a place where any animal live and it can easily find the food, shelter, protection and the reproduction. Means they can easily find the food, they can easily find the shelter, they can easily find the mate by which they can reproduce the new young ones. So that place is suitable for any organism and that place will be called as habitat. So some animals they are living in desert, so desert is their habitat. Some are living in forests, though, so forest is their habitat. Some are living in water, so this water is their habitat. Like river, it can be sea, it can be ocean, it can be pond, it can be a small ditch as well. Okay, so a tree can be a habitat of any animal. A soil can be the habitat of insects. A plant can be the habitat, a rotting log can be the habitat. So these are different habitats. Now I hope you have understood what do you mean by habitat, the place where any animal is living. And that is called habitat. For example, if we talk about lion, so the grass is the habitat where it can easily hide itself. And if we talk about the camel, so desert is the habitat of camel. If we talk about the cow, definitely any shed or any place where it can be kept properly, that is the habitat. If we talk about the fish, water is the habitat of fish because without water, fish cannot be alive. And same with the aquatic animals, they cannot be alive without water. So this is called the habitat. Now come towards the body covering. Next topic is body covering. Different animals have different body covering. For example, scales. What is the body covering? Body covering is any layer which can save the internal organs. That is called body covering. For example, if we talk about the human being, the skin is the body covering. Okay? And if we talk about the lizards, so scale on the body, these are the body covering. If we talk about the loin, its fur is the body covering. So there are different types of body covering for the different animals. Let's read from your book. Number one is scale. The example of such type of body covering is snake, lizard and crocodiles. There are some more animal as well, but these are the common example from which you can understand the scales. Body of fish, snake, crocodile, lizard are covered with scales. Fish have overlapping scales that do not allow water to enter the body. These scales are saving to enter the water in the body. That now the fish is present in the water, but water cannot enter into the body of the fish. So which thing is saving? That is scales. Okay, so snake, crocodile also they have scales on their bodies. They have horny scales that prevent water loss from their body. In the fish, water is not going to enter due to scale, and in the example of snake and crocodile, like the water is not lost from their body due to the presence of scales. So scale is the covering of the body. Next is shell. Animal like snail, tortoise and turtle are protected by their shells. When these animals sense danger, when these animals sense danger, they have found that their enemies are present in the surrounding. They withdraw their head and move into the shell. Now they have protect themselves due to the shells, because tortoise and snails, when they find any danger, they just hide their necks or head into the shell, and these shells are very hard and they are protected from their enemies. Now next is feathers. Feathers, all birds, they have feathers on their body, and these feathers help in their flying, and these feathers keep their body warm in the tense situation, or when there is a winter, their body become warm just due to the presence of feathers. Bodies of the birds are covered with feathers that keep them warm, help them to fly, and protect them from rain. So these are the functions of the feathers. These are the benefits of the feathers, that they save the birds from the rain, they keep the body warm, and they help them to fly because they are very lighter in weight, so the birds can easily fly. Next, come to next page, page number 16. Fur and wool. When we think about fur, definitely all the animals with hair on their body comes into our mind. Some animals like sheep and polar bear have thick fur on their bodies to keep them warm in cold regions. As you know that these polar bears, they are present in the Arctic regions where there is snow all over the year. So they protect this thick fur, protect them from such conditions of like snow. Human beings and all mammals, human beings are also mammals and also have hair on their body, and this is the outer covering or protection for our skin. Next is camouflage. What is the pronunciation? Camouflage. Camouflage, the body covering of some animals, match their surrounding. They change their color. Sometimes they change their color, and sometimes their color is like that they can easily hide themselves in their habitat, that enemies cannot recognize them. For example, if we talk about the parrot, if the parrot is sitting on the tree, it cannot be easily washed because its color is green. And like the body sorry the body covering of some animals match their surrounding. This makes it difficult to spot the animals. Some animals like chameleon can even change their color to match the surrounding. This mechanism is called camouflage. If the animal is going to change its color according to the color of the surrounding, this is called camouflage. Next is breathing in animal. Breathing, breathing in animal, these are the organs by which they can breathe. Some animals, they have lungs, some have gills, some have body, they breathe through the body surface, and some have spiracles on their bodies. So let's read. Lungs. Birds, mammals and reptiles breathe with the help of lungs. Birds, mammal and reptiles breathe through the lungs. Humans have a pair of lungs in the chest. We breathe through our nose when we breathe in. When we breathe in, our lungs expand and fill in the air. Oxygen of the air passes into the blood. Now, oxygen has reaches to the lungs, and from the lungs, this is penetrate into the blood, and this blood reaches into the heart, and from the heart, this oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood means having a rich amount of oxygen. Now, this oxygenated blood reach to all organs and cells of the body, because oxygen and food, it is necessary for the survival of the cell to be alive. So this oxygen reaches from the lungs to all parts of the body, and when we exhale out, the waste product, which is carbon dioxide, it is expelled out through the nose or through the mouth. The carbon dioxide in the blood passes into the lungs and is breathed out through the nose as the chest contracts. Next is gills. When the gills are present on the body of the fish. Fish breathe through gills. This is the organ through which they breathe in the water. The water which goes into their mouth is not swallowed. The water which goes into the mouth, that is not swallowed. What happens to this water? It passes out again through a pair of gills slit. These two gills just pass out this water which has gone into the mouth of the fish. The gills slit are not are on each side of its body. As water passes over the gills, the blood vessels in the gills absorb the oxygen. Now, why the water is going into the mouth? Because oxygen is necessary, which is present in the water, and that is absorbed by the body of the fish. Now this oxygen reaches to all cells of the body. As water passes over the gills, the blood vessels in the gills absorb the oxygen and the water passes out through the slits of the gills. Carbon dioxide is releases at the same time. The same mechanism, that oxygen entering into the body and carbon dioxide is going out from the body through the gills, as the lungs are performing function in the mammals and other animals. Body surface or moist skin. Moist means having watery skins. A frog breathes through its moist skin in water. It breathes with the lungs on land. Okay, frog has two mechanisms. When it is present on the land, it breathes through lungs. And when it is present in the water, it breathes through its skin, moist skin. A tadpole breathes through gills. Gills are present in the body of frog when they are tadpole. Tadpole means very small frog when they are hatched out from the like eggs of the frog. So it means that frog has all three organs. They have gills when they are tadpole. When they are on land, they breathe through lungs, and when they are in water, they breathe through skin. Next is spiracles. Spiracles are very small pores or holes which are present in the body of the cockroaches, and they breathe through these holes or spiracles. So insect like cockroach and grasshoppers breathe through tiny holes called spiracles. The spiracles lead to air, and the air tubes from the network. The network reaches every part of the body. Now come towards the homework. Yes, the topic which we have discussed, the homework is related to these topics. And we have discussed the topic habitat and body covering like scales, shells, feathers, fur and wools, camouflage, and breathing in animals like lungs, gills, body surface of moist skin, and spiracles. So the homework is related to these topics. Come to page number 21. Come to page number 21, and this is define habitat. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These 5 questions you will do. These 5 questions you will do because these are related to the topic. The question number 1 is define habitat. Write a note on the different types of body covering in the animals. We have discussed how does oxygen in the air reaches all parts of the body in mammals, what are gills and what is their function, how is air taken to all parts of the body of an insect. This is a question about the spiracles and cockroaches. Okay, so you may easily do this question, and there is another question, D part, exercise D part, and it is present on the page number 21. Name the habitat of each these animals: dog, cat, cow, horse, lion, hen, snake, fish, frog, camel, crocodile, and birds. You will write the habitat of all these animals. You will search from internet or search from book, and you will write the answers, and these are also present on the portal as well. Do the proper homework. Take care, and Allah